Hey folks, welcome back. This is Kevin, and I wanted to provide you with a little bit of an update on my Bank of America customer service phone call situation that I discussed with you yesterday, and also reply back to some of the comments that were received on this video about this Bank of America particular customer service agent calling me and just kind of what went down. Now, I also want to discuss the fact that people were saying that these banks are bad, and that's why we should stick to credit unions and local banks and things like that, and stay away from the big national banks. And the big difference between these bigger banks or just a bank in general, traditional bank, and a credit union is that the banks are for profit and the credit unions are ultimately nonprofit organizations that pretty much exist for the members. But we can get into that into another video. But the beauty of a credit union is that typically credit unions, in my experience, you get a much better customer service experience and lower interest rates on loans. So, but the big story is Bank of America, and I actually tried to call them today. Now, I don't know if any of you have attempted to call Bank of America. No problem. There's a phone number. There's a customer service phone number. But if you're actually trying to speak to a human being, that's pretty difficult to do, as it's pretty much just an automated system prompting you to select a number or speak what you're trying to get access to, which their voice recognition is not terrible, but it continuously just pushes you, the voice recognition or the selection just continuously pushes you down this rabbit hole of more automated selections. And it's really hard to get a person on the line. When you do get a person on the line, typically they can't really help you, or honestly, it's the communication, the connection, the language, the accent. It's so unbearable that it just makes you want to eat a bullet. So I chose to forego all that, and I went online. I went on my computer instead of on my phone on the app. I went onto the desktop version of Bank of America's website portal, logged into my account, and chose to contact them through customer service. Now, the reason why I did this is because I was going to go to the branch, but in order to go to the branch, you have to set an appointment, and the next available appointment was like 2.5 weeks away. So anyway, I sent an email to Bank of America questioning them on the process of their customer service surveys or questionnaires or whatever that was. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out my video that I posted up last night. But I'm waiting to get a response from them, and we'll see what they say. Maybe this was a actual, which is some of the comments were saying, maybe this was an actual phishing attempt. Phishing, PH, not F. So a phishing attempt, basically someone trying to call and solicit and gather my information for their own personal use, which identity theft is a huge problem. It's going on. It's been going on for years, but it's going to continuously evolve and progress even more, especially with all of our personal information being so spread out in so many different places digitally, and ultimately being proven that they're in non-secure, unsecure places, as data breaches are happening all the time, and people's secure and personal information is being shared with those on the dark web. And this isn't just like like phone numbers and addresses and social security numbers and dates of birth and things like that. This is also like your health information, which is a big deal, huge concern for the possibility of future warfare through any form of immune compromised attack. Basically, we'll just put it that way. But either way, I'll let you guys know if I get a response back from Bank of America and what this really was, because this was new to me, And, granted, I understand that businesses are changing and businesses are evolving, especially in a way where they try to sell more services, because today is the day, it's the age of upsell, because you got to get what you can when you can, because the money's tight. The economy is, for some, considered bad. Inflation's on the rise. Interest rates are going up. So consumer spending, consumer confidence, it's on a decline. So these businesses, they can't give up. They have to push. They have to try. They have to try to get every penny, every sale, every opportunity. I don't blame them. But, the banks are no different. So that's why I'm kind of on the fence on whether or not this was legitimate or not, because of the direction we were going with trying to push some of these sales. But again, some of these scammers are so sophisticated, they realize that they need to be smarter in order to gain access, which I actually came across a story where apparently there's a new scam going around, and I'll bring you guys more information on it. But apparently now scammers are trying to basically they're trying to attack children, basically by way of extortion through parents, by maybe stealing parents' data and information, and basically trying to send it to the kids or whatever. And it's like, hey, we found your spring break pictures from 2000, from 1999, and we'll send them to your kids if you don't give us money or something. It's like crazy stuff. So just to let you guys know that there's so much going on out there, and there's so many different ways that you can protect yourself, mainly by realizing that 9 times out of 10, most of these are false. Most of these are made up, fictitious lies that they're banking on your fear more so than them actually having anything of real substance, of real value that they could actually, hang over your head. They're just banking on your fear of your guilt of, previous decisions you've made in your life, and you wanting to keep them quiet so that, you'll pay them or whatever. So craziness, nonsense going on. But with that being said, I'm also hearing stories about September 24th, which is tomorrow. September 24th is the big day, big events going on, something major is going to happen. I don't know what it is, but I do know that there's a cookout tomorrow, and that's on the 24th, and I'm going to go get me some barbecue. So y'all may see me with some barbecue tomorrow on a video. That's what I know. And hopefully you guys are doing the same. Hopefully you guys are enjoying yourselves, have plans for a nice, good weekend, great weather. I know there's concerns about a hurricane or a tropical depression being categorized as a hurricane and hitting Florida. I think Ron DeSantis just declared an emergency for the state of Florida. I don't think it even has been categorized as a hurricane yet. Tropical Depression 9, I believe. And for the whole state of Florida, that's kind of an extreme, because more than likely it's going to be on like the Tampa, Naples area towards the south of Florida. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how it plays out. But I don't think it's going to be as bad as people are thinking, which, you got to realize that if there is a possible weather event such as a hurricane or tropical depression or hurricane, then you're going to have folks out there panicking, bulk buying, hoarding, stockpiling more so than they need to. But the stores encourage it because it's increased sales. So, with the increased sales, you may see a rise in price because that opportunity exists. I'm not saying that they are. I'm just saying that it could be. So just be cautious and careful, especially now with money being as tight as it is. You do need food, you do need water, you do need these necessities, but you may not need them in that quantity and at that time for those prices. And at the same time, you got to be very cautious, especially if you're in Florida and you're in an area where you could be prone to a possible hurricane. Then all what you buy may be at risk of, flooding, or heavy rains and potential leaks and, roof damage that could just wipe out all those preps and all the stockpiles you had. So just be smart. Just be smart. But either way, I wanted to give you guys an update on the banks and also let you guys know a little bit about the difference between a regular bank, a typical bank, and a credit union, which I actually have 2 credit unions and I have 3 banks. And there's a reason for that, but part of which is the fact, like I said, the credit unions give you better rates. And I'm all for using somebody else's money to make money. That's how you can exponentially grow your wealth. But at the same time, some of these bigger banks, for the fact that they're pretty much everywhere. It's like oversaturated. And no matter where I am in my travels, I know I have access to one of these banks. But it's also a diversification so that if perhaps maybe there's a problem or an outage or something shut down at one bank, it's not my only bank. I have other options. And obviously my American Express credit card, which I think I have 4 or 5 of those. And those pretty much get me through day to day because one, added protection. It doesn't tie up my cash in certain transactions, and there's points associated with it. And as long as you pay it off like immediately, then there's no added fees for it. So it's really a win-win situation. They even have like something new now where you can set up a preset repayment plan that doesn't charge you interest, which is kind of cool. But somebody actually asked me, they said, which American Express card is best? And it really kind of depends on what you're doing and what you like to do. Because I actually have an American Express Sky Miles, a Delta Sky Miles American Express, but I don't ever use it because I don't really care about Sky Miles. So it's not my favorite. My favorite right now is actually the American Express Everyday card, but I'll go into that in another video. And they've been sending me these offers to get the new American Express Business Platinum, but it's got a pretty high annual fee that I don't feel as though it's worth it for me, especially since it's tied heavily to airline and Sky Miles. And again, I'm not super big on Sky Miles. If you guys watch any of my videos from this summer, you know I would prefer to be behind the wheel of a van or a car instead of in the air on a plane. So it just like my best guess or like what I think is the best the American Express for you. I don't know. You just have to look at them and see. But at the same time, I have multiples for me, for personally, for business, and they all are specific to certain wants and needs, and also depending on the promotional offers available, which oftentimes you can get a promo on a credit card and you make a few transactions that you would have made anyway, and they're going to hit you with bonus points, and that's just free money basically. Again, caveat being you pay it off immediately. Bank of America, I've got a long-standing credit card with them for like probably 15 years, which I'll never close because it's one of my oldest credit accounts. So it just helps to maintain my credit score and keep it up. So, you know, just a little background information on banking, credit unions, credit cards, and things like that. But regardless, either way, I'm going to continue to bring you guys updates on this information. If there's anything you want me to cover, just go ahead and drop a comment below. I also uploaded a new video for the members this morning with some great information on getting, basically fine-tuning your YouTube videos to get on a professional level for relatively no money at all, with just some basic, simple tips and strategies that can be used by anybody to take your video to the next level, get greater reach, get more views, get more subscribers, and grow your channel. Beyond that, the RTS Tactical Rapid Deploy IFAC First Aid Medical Kit is being raffled off for the 50,000 subscriber giveaway. Thank you guys so much for allowing this channel, for Kevin, to get to this point to even have this as a giveaway. So thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. And the link's in the description. It's free to sign up. All you gotta do is click the link, put your name in, your first name, your YouTube username, and your email address. And whoever the winner is will be chosen at random and notified after October 1st. That's all I got for you tonight, guys. back here in my closet, as you guys would call it, or at least that's what some people were calling it on the last video. It's not a closet. It's actually it's like a wall tree. It's just a bench with some hooks where you can hang your stuff. It's like a little mud room when you walk in. But yeah, if you want to call it a closet, go for it. Thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. You guys stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.